In the previous class, we saw ABR summarization. Now we need to run RIP between R2 and R3 so that we can check ASBR summarization. So on router 3, if you see there is no OSPF on F00, I'm going to run RIP. Router RIP network 10.0.0.0. No auto summary and then version 2. That's it. Now I also want to go to router 2 and check whether any routing protocol exists. I don't think. Show IP protocol. There is no protocol. Let's run RIP. Router RIP network 10, which is in between router 2 and 3, and then network 1 version 2. No auto summary, but I have not created the loopback interface yet. IP address is 1.1.1.1 255.252.450. Loopback interface, we no need to say no shutdown, because it is a logical interface. You create it. You create it, so it is like when you create itself, it should be up. Did I say 14 wrong? 14 should 14 should be 14. So we got network 1 to 15. You can also add 0 if you want, like interface loopback 0, IP address 1.1.0.1255. Totally we got 16 networks, 0 to 15. Show IP interface brief. So these are now advertised to router 3. Let's go and check in router 3. Show IP router RIP. You can see all of this. Now when I redistribute router OSPF 1, redistribute RIP subnets. If you use subnet keyword, only then the subnetted networks coming from RIP will be advertised. Don't forget, OSPF, you must mention subnets. If you don't mention, then only classful network will be seen in OSPF. Next, I need to go to router RIP, redistribute OSPF, process ID 1, metric, any hop count. I'm going to give just 3 hops. That's all. Now this is what called as ASBR. Router 3 is an ASBR. As a result, if you go to router 8 will have all the routes from other autonomous system. Show IP route. You see all this E2 or coming from another autonomous system. All these are RIP, E2 or RIP. You can also check it in the LSA type. Show IP OSPF database. You can see it here as type 5. Type 5 LSA is what bringing other autonomous system routes. Yeah? These are all other autonomous systems. What is next? Let's check the size of the routing table. Show IP route summary. We can see the current size is 14,000, in which the external routes are 18 external routes you have. 18. External means coming from RIP. The redistributed routes. We want to minimize this. See, in router 8 you are seeing this. Do you think in router 4 it won't be? If it is seen in router 8, it will be definitely bigger in router 4, 5, 6 and 1. So if you do summarization on router 3, this is what called as summarization point for external network. Where is the summarization point for external network? Is it ABR or ASBR? ASBR, not ABR, no? So I'll go to that ASBR and I'll say router OSPF 1. See, RIP is not having any area, so you cannot say area 1000 range. No, these networks coming from RIP don't belong to any area. So there is a special command for that. Summary address, that's the command. Earlier when we were doing ABR summarization, I was using the area ID range command. Those commands cannot be used now because we are bringing from some other autonomous system, some other protocol. Now I want to summarize like this: 1.1.0.0 255.255 minus 15, which is 248. 240. Is it 240? Yeah, just 240. 255 minus 15. 240.0. That's it. See how easy it is. Now if you go and check on R8, earlier it was too big, but now it's almost 4,000 less. Earlier the external networks were how many? 18, but now it is only 3 because we have summarized. Let's check the database. Earlier type 5 was too many, but now you got only summarized. And check the routing table. Show IP route. You can see only one E2. Earlier it was too many. Let me show you earlier how it was. Earlier in the routing table there were too many E2s. See? But now only one E2 summarized. So summarization is good. So not only in router 8 it is summarized. If you check in router 5, there also it is summarized. Router 4 also it will be summarized, because we have done it on R3. That's the right place to summarize. All the external networks should be summarized in ASBR. Show IP route. You get only the summary route. Yeah. So we have seen ABR summarization and ASBR summarization. Yeah. The first one is ABR summarization. The second one is ASBR summarization. The second one is which we just did. The top one is what we did in the previous session.